So, Ravi, can you briefly introduce yourself?
Yes, sir. Sir, myself Ravikant, and I am from Gangapur city, situated in Rajasthan. And I have done my schooling from there on, and thereafter I have done my graduation in civil engineering from IIT BHU. And after that, I am preparing for IFS exam.
All right. So, like this Gangapur city from which you belong, why is it named so? Is it anytime anywhere related to River Ganga?
No, sir. Earlier, its name was Kushalgarh, but sometimes, like I think in the 1920s, the name was changed to Gangapur city, sir.
Okay. So, can you tell me what are the all states from which River Ganga flows?
Yes, sir. So it starts from Uttarakhand, then UP, Uttar Pradesh, then Jharkhand, Bihar, and West Bengal are there. So,
Okay. It enters Himachal Pradesh or not?
no, sir.
Okay. All right. So, this you said that it is named as it was named as Kushalgarh, right? Your city. So, have you? There is also bird sanctuary named as Kushalgarh Bird Sanctuary, right? Have you heard about it?
Sorry, sir, I'm not aware of it.
Have you visited any national park, tiger reserve, or wildlife sanctuary in Rajasthan?
Yes, sir. I have visited Ranthambore National Park is in my district only, and apart from it, I have visited Sariska National Park, and I have been once to Chilla Wildlife Sanctuary in Uttarakhand also.
Okay. So, how many national parks are there in Rajasthan, and also wildlife sanctuary and tiger reserve?
Sir, there are five national parks in Rajasthan, sir, and 22 wildlife sanctuaries are there, and sir, four tiger reserves are there.
Okay. So, this Gangapur city was also earlier known as Jugaad of the East, right? Are you aware of this?
Yes, sir, it is named as Jugaad of the East, but
Can you know, are you aware what could be the reason for that?
um, sir, as far as I am recalling, like earlier there was a loco system of trains where was like engine was repaired or engine railway engines were repaired or they were refurbished there, sir.
Okay. So, like, why do you want to join Indian Forest Services?
Yes, sir. Sir, first of all, there are multifold reasons are there. Being from a tribal community, I have a strong orientation since my childhood regarding the wildlife, regarding the biodiversity. And apart from that, I am also belonging to rural background. Right now, I'm living in city, but I have I have roots in my villages also. And thereafter, in civil in in Indian Forest Service, I can use my civil engineering knowledge to enhance to perform better than to perform better than any other ones.
So, like, how, like, what are those qualities which can help you perform better in Indian Forest Services?
Yes, sir. Sir, sir. Are you asking specific applications or?
I'm asking just like why do you feel that you have like, okay, tell me about civil engineering. How you can use civil engineering as Indian Forest Service officer?
Yes, sir. Civil engineering has a multifold applications in the forest in the in the foresting. And so first of all, sir, so we can use civil engineering watershed management. We can use check dams or contours or canals for the purpose of irrigation to animals. Then then there are buildings in forest area. Rest houses are in the forest area. Then there are roads in forest area. Then I can use my civil engineering knowledge in fencing or creating some maps for the for the forest area or classification of forest by using remote sensing, GIS, and GPS. Sir.
Okay, so tell me four schemes started by Rajasthan government which are specifically directed towards the welfare of tribal people.
Sir, one is Tendu Patta Adhiniyam Act, sir, which is fixed a rate for a bag of tendu. And sir, there is a tribal subplan area is also there in Rajasthan, and there are five districts in Rajasthan which are covered in tribal subplan. And So right now, I'm aware of only these things, sir.
Okay. Tell me, is bamboo a tree?
No, sir, it's a grass, sir. It's a grass outside the recorded forest area, sir.
Okay. So, like, what makes bamboo so like grass is not like if you hold grass in your hand, it is not that hard, right? But bamboo appears to be very hard. Like it is as hard as a tree. So, what is that? What is that chemical, or what is the reason behind that hardness of bamboo?
Sir, I'm not sure, but can I take a guess if you allow me?
Okay.
Sir, it might be due to the latex or tannin of the bamboo.
So, like, what is the latex? What is the tannin?
Sir, these are the fluid materials which are derived from the bamboo trees, sir.
Okay. Okay. So, my last question before I hand over to Rishabh sir, and we'll come back to again. You are interested in cricket, right? So, can you tell me, like in a 20 overs game, what kind of field restrictions are there, right? From over 1 to over 20.
Yes, sir. So the first 6 hours are the power play areas in which a team can station two players outside the circle area, and
Two
after that,
two players. Okay. Okay.
yes, sir. And after that, sir, they can allow five players to be stationed outside the circle area. But if there are penalty for the overrate, and then one player needs to become inside the circle area, sir.
Okay. So, Rishabh sir, please take over.
Okay, Ravi. So you are from Savai Madhopur district, right? So can you name some of your adjoining districts?
Yes, sir, Karoli and sir, Dholpur and sir, Bharatpur and Alwar and Dosa are there, sir. And
The
Tonk is
district
also there.
which
Tonk,
which
Tonk,
share which share its boundary with Savai Madhopur.
sir, Tonk, Karoli, Alwar, Dosa,
Are
yes,
you
and
sure
Dholpur.
about Alwar?
Mm,
Okay, no problem. Does it share boundary with another state as well?
Sai Madhupur. Sir, I'm not sure about Sai Madhupur, but the Karoli shares boundary uh, with Madhya Pradesh, sir.
Okay, okay, fine. So your hobby is playing and watching cricket, right? So, can you tell us which player has played maximum number of World Cups, 50 over World Cups?
Sir, Sachin Tendulkar, sir.
Okay. Only Sachin Tendulkar?
Um, sir, I'm not sure about it, but if I take guess, then Sanat Jaiswalia might be there, sir.
So, you only watch men's cricket, right?
No, sir, sorry, sir. Julian Goswami is also there, sir.
It's Mithali Raj.
Sorry, sir.
Okay. So, when did Rajasthan won its IPL?
2008, sir.
And who was the captain then?
So Shane Warne is the captain, sir.
Okay, he was the captain. So, what do you think this year? Is there any chance of Rajasthan qualifying?
Yes, sir, they are playing very well in the starting, but now they have lost a little bit tempo, and and now they are finding ways to lose a match. But uh, but they are but there are probable chances because there are many teams who are in the middle table hurdle, so it can be it can be qualified by some mathematical calculations, sir.
Okay, so can you suggest few changes which they should make to win the rest of matches?
Yes, sir. Uh, So first of all, their middle order their middle order is a little bit weak, so they can do a work little bit there also. Like in last in the last match, they started to play a Joy Root, so he's a very good middle order batsman, and their death bowling is also a great concern for them, and so they can play Obed McCoy, which they used in the last match, so whom they used in the last.
Okay. So are you aware of this Montrex record?
Yes, sir.
What is this?
Sir, Montrex record, I like is a sir, Montrex is a category which is provided to wetlands which are of great concern, which are being threatened by the human activities or encroachments. And right now there are two sites from India. One is Chilka and one is Loktak Lake, and one is Keladev National Park is there.
Okay, perfect. So are you aware of the roles and functions of TFOs?
Yes, sir.
Tell us about that.
Yes, sir. Sir, first is forest management is there, and forest protection is there, and wildlife protection is there, and then he is the communicator uh, on the behalf of like tribals, or on the behalf of government to the tribals or the central government, sir, regarding regarding his division areas.
Okay, can you tell us few GI tags from Rajasthan?
Um, yes, sir. Uh, Sir, Jaipur. Sorry, sir, I'm not aware of it. Right.
Okay, any famous cuisines from Rajasthan?
So dal bati churma is there, sir, and one is sweet gaver is also famous from Rajasthan.
Okay, so what is this issue regarding Arif and the Saras crane? Are you aware of that?
Yes, sir. Sir, recently, Saras Crane, uh, like Saras Crane was outside the forest area, and it became like it came to the to the to the agricultural land of Arif, and and the and the Saras Crane become a fond of Arif, and when the forest official started like when the forest official uh, translocated that Saras crane from the local area to the Jew area, to the Jews. Then the Saras crane was not feeling good. But when they called Arif, then the crane started to fly or 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 enjoy, sir.
So what should be done? Should it be returned back to Arif or should it be kept in captive following the rules and laws?
Sir, one needs to be abide by the law only, and it should be kept in captive only, sir.
Okay, so nothing about the emotional attachment of the bird with the that person.
Certainly is there, sir, but if I but there are certain provisions in Wildlife Provision Act, and where we can allow to where we can allow animals to be kept in captive breeding, to be kept with the locals, like elephant we are keeping with locals. Sir, if they want to, but for me as such, I'll abide by the law and I'll keep it in the zoo area only.
Okay, so can you differentiate between gharial and crocodile?
Yes, sir. Gharial has a long snout is there, but while in crocodile, is the mouth is wider than gharial, sir.
Any other differences?
Sir, the color difference is also there, sir.
And where do we find both of these matlab, differently?
Sir, so both of them are together or differently, sir?
Different matlab, where crocodiles are found and where gharials are found. Few rivers or lakes, whatever you think.
Yes, sir. Sir, gharials are found in the in the tributaries of Ganga River system, so like Chambal, Son, and these rivers, and uh,
Okay.
and crocodile can be found, sir, so in Ganga River system and Brahmaputra River system, or in salt or in sea system around Odisha, sir, also.
So you have been to Savai Madhopur, then Banaras, and right now where are you?
I'm living in Delhi right now, sir.
You are in Delhi, right? So can you tell us why we should live in three pros of living in Madhopur over Delhi?
Okay, sir.
Three reasons why we should opt for Savai Madhopur instead of Delhi.
Yes, sir. Sir. So there are reasons to be living in Delhi. So first of all, I'm preparing for higher examinations. So coachings are not available in Madhupur area.
No, no,
And
you are not getting the question. I am asking why Savai Madhopur is better than Delhi. If you think
sorry, sir.
so, three reasons that for a neutral person like us, if we want to reside there, so why should we opt for Savai Madhopur?
Yes, sir. Sir, the air quality is much better than the Delhi in Madhupur area. And sir, then Madhupur is located near the Ravli Hill area and the Ranthambore National Park. So uh, there is a balance between ecology and city life. And sir, it is located on the junction of Indian Railways, where there is connectivity to the Mumbai and the Jaipur area. It is like it's a busiest railway station after Kota in that division. So connectivity is also great there, sir. So that may be the reason to live there.
And suppose I come to Madhopur and I have 2 days to visit the local area over there. Which places will you take us there?
Sir, first and foremost place will be the Ranthambore National Park. Then there is a Khandar place is there where Chambal, Banas, and Mural River are meeting. That is what called in local language we call it Rameshwaram at the Khandar area. Then, sir, at my city in Gangapur city, there is a Dhundeshwar waterfall is there. And sir, Kaladevi Wildlife Sanctuary is also the part of Aravali area. Yes, sir. So these are the places.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, that's all from my side. Mayank sir, you can take over from here.
Okay, so like Ravi, you said that in your hometown there is a waterfall. So how waterfall are formed geologically speaking?
Yes, sir. They are formed by the fast flowing flow of the channels that are coming from mountains, and 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 they are having ample amount of water, so they are forming at like as a channel.
Okay. But there should be some process, right? Like water is flowing throughout the river, so we don't get waterfalls everywhere, right? We get waterfalls maybe at some tectonic junction, maybe some differential erosion, right? This is what I was asking. Some specific processes which lead to the formation of waterfall. Have you heard about V-shaped valley and U-shaped valley?
Yes, sir. I have heard
So
about this.
can you tell me what is the like characteristic erosional agent or characteristic agent associated with U-shaped valley?
Sir, you said valley, sir. There is a horizontal expansion of the channel is there, and
So,
horizontal expansion.
so like what all agent makes U-shaped valley? Whether like river, glacier, air, what?
Sir, rivers are forming U-shaped valleys. Then, uh, and so glaciers are also forming the valleys, U-shaped valleys. Sir,
So glacier form U-shaped or V-shaped valley?
sir U-shaped, sir.
Okay. Have you heard about the term global common?
Yes, sir.
So what are can you give me three examples of global common?
Yes, sir. The area beyond the high sea can be considered as global common.
Okay, so that is one example. Other than that,
So global, and the sir, the atmosphere is a global common.
hmm
And sir, sir, I'm able to recall.
okay, okay. So you also have forestry as an optional, Ravi. So suppose you have to plant a tree, which is a fruit tree, and then there is another tree, another plant, right, which is which will be used ultimately for timber purpose. So in which case, in plantation of which case, generally speaking, will you be needing more spacing, and where you will be going for less spacing between the plantations?
Yes, sir. Sir, in sir, while we are planning for commercial activities, we need a splitter wall rather than the width rather than the width of the tree. We need a splitter wall. While we are planting for timber, we will need a little bit spacing rather than trees for fruiting species. Sir.
Okay. So, have you heard about the Joshimat issue?
Yes, sir. I would have, sir.
Okay. So like what is the, just very briefly tell me what was the reason and what should be the solution.
Yes, sir. Sir, there are multifold of reasons are there. So first of all, it lies on the fault line of MBT, a middle MBT and CVT. Then, sir, it is founded on the moraines, which are the glacial tilts. And sir, one reason is also the drainage seepage is there. Sorry, sir. The another reason is the seepage there, and another reason is there is no proper drainage channel was there, and one committee was set up in 1976 that was also that also that also prescribed for no heavy construction there, but the construction was continued there. And recently one tunnel was also dig by the NTPC, which is connecting the Char Dham project. So these are the reasons, sir.
Okay. So like what actually happened in Joshimat?
uh, so there is a cracks are developed in the area, sir.
So like geologically, what actually what happened? What was the phenomena there?
um,
Cracks are manifestation of something, right?
the
What
sinking
was
is
that
there.
something?
The sinking is there.
Sinking, or we call it subsidence, basically.
Subsidence. Yes,
All right. So can you tell me in general some causes of subsidence, land
yes, sir.
subsidence?
Yes, sir. It can happen in the buildings also, sir, where the load where the loads are much more than the bearing capacity of our foundation. Then, sir, there is some seepage or drainage under the area of water. Then, sir, uh, it may be caused due to earthquake or tectonic activities there, and sir, it may be activated by landslides also, sir.
Okay. So like you also said that there was some tunnel, some developmental infrastructure development was going on, which led to that subsidence. So in general, should we stop? Should India stop developing infrastructure in Himalayan states to avoid such hazards in future?
Sir, Uh, sir, sir, we cannot put embargo on all the development projects, but there is a need. There is a need of impact assessment and social impact assessment and environment impact assessment when we are considering the project. So, first of all, we can go through a geological considerations while we are constructing tunnel or dams there. And sir, and in case of Joshimat, there is a it's a strategic location is there. It's a nearby to China border. So at the time of at the time of war with China, it will be much more useful to us. So definitely we cannot put embargo, but we can have a greater considerations while we are considering
Mhm.
project.
But there was consideration, like you said, that there were committee in 1960s and 70s, and newspaper reports a decade earlier. There was EIA, SIA, everything was there. Even after that, all this is happening. So who should we blame, or should we blame anyone for this?
No, sir. Uh, as as the women's first of all, sir, there is a population pressure is also increasing. So, sir, it is sir. So there is a need of infrastructure is also there, sir. So anyone can't be blamed for that thing, sir. But we can take considerations. This is my
Okay, so my last question is, I'll give you a very brief case study. So like, suppose there is a village which is near the forest land, and an animal, wild animal, happened to kill, couple of, they happen to kill two or three people, as well as some livestock. Right now, the villagers are very angry, and they want to kill the animal, right? To kill the wild animal. You are the DFO in that area, and you have to be present at that place. So how will you handle such situation? What will be your arguments to the villagers?
yes, sir. Sir, I will make sure uh, that the masses will not be violence or they will be creating harm to the animals, and I will be ensuring
So
that
how
I'll
how
be.
how how will you make sure about this, that animals are not harmed, or there is no violence?
Yes, sir. I can create awareness to them because and after that I'll suggest some technological innovations. For example, sir, we can use radio collars in the radio collars to the animals in the neck of animals, and they will be suggesting or they will be warning them in where next where animal will be visiting to the areas, sir. And
But will this address their anger, the immediate anger?
no, sir, it will not address their immediate anger. But sir, I'll try to reconcile with them uh, that it will not further happen again, and I will make sure that the proper rules and regulations will be framed uh, for the sake of conservation of local, for the protection of locals, sir.